welcome to my channel. So if you clicked on this video, thanks for finding me. I don't know how you found me, but thank you for finding me. All right, so today, this is my first story time. So, it's 2022. So I feel like I watch a lot of story time. So I got some stories to tell. So I'm gonna just get straight into it. So this story time is gonna be about my ex who tried to kill me and lost her toes while doing so. So my ex is a female. So let's get straight into the story. Okay, so now I was around about, I want to say about 23, 24 years old, right? Now, the ex that I'm talking about is basically, it's like a ex by default. Like we weren't even supposed to be together. Technically, this ex was a girlfriend of a friend of mine. But let me explain before y'all start like, oh, you mess with somebody that you're a friend of. No, like first of all, we got together by mistake. So I'm gonna tell y'all how we got together. All right, so let's make a name. All right, so let's get this ex a name. This ex was beer. She was an alcoholic. She drank a lot. A beer. All right, let's call her beer. Let's call her beer. Beer was the girlfriend of one of my friends, right? So how we start talking is, okay, so this long story short, a little backstory. Now I have an ex named, okay, I have a few exes that's gonna be in this story. It's gonna be a few exes in the story because for it all to come together. Okay, so the ex that who lost her toes, we're gonna name her Beer. My ex, right? So basically, all right, we're gonna give her a name. My old friend, who was the original girlfriend of Beer. We gonna name her Oyu. Let's name her Oyu. All right, so Oyu and Beer, they was together, right? So so Oyu, she was a booster, so she used to steal clothes all the time from the mall, whatever. So she used to get locked up all the time. So I have an ex whose name, we gonna name her Rue. My first, let's just say my first girlfriend. This is my first girlfriend, the first girlfriend that I ever had. We're gonna name her Rue. Now originally, Oyu met Rue through me because that was my first girlfriend, and I knew her for years or whatever. By the time me and Oyu started hanging out, so but we were still cool or whatever. So Oyu got locked up for stealing, for boosting or whatever. So Rue always go to jail, back and forth to jail. So them two met, well, they start hanging out when they both was in jail together. So of course Rue started looking out for Oyu, like, oh, I know that's your friend, so I'm gonna look out for her, blah blah blah, whatever. So they got a little bit too cool, so they got extra cool. I'm talking about Oyu came home from jail, then Rue came home from jail. Now Rue and Oyu is hanging out together. Do I want to name her Oyu or Butt Shots? I don't know why I'm calling her Oyu. I don't know. All right, so Oyu and Rue both came home from jail, so they start hanging out together. So every time I turn around, Rue is at Oyu house. Sorry if I keep looking up and rolling my eyes, but every time I come to Oyu house, Rue is there, or when I'm not there. Now, mind you, Rue was my first girlfriend, and I was with her for like a few years. So every time I turn around, Rue is at Oyu house. So now it's like not making sense to me. It's like, okay, y'all know each other through me. If I'm not around, why y'all hanging out? Like, okay, y'all met in jail, y'all got cool or whatever, but why is Rue at your house? So it wasn't making sense to me. So I'm like, so every time I turn around, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? So now I'm looking. So now, Oyu had a girlfriend, which is Beer. So Beer was thinking how I was thinking. We both was thinking the same thing. Like, why she? We both was just thinking the same thing. Like, why are them two hanging out? Why are they so cool? Like, so me and Oyu, out of spite. Now, mind you, I got another girlfriend at the time, and we're gonna name her Blackie, the one who was my current girlfriend. We're gonna name her Blackie. All right. So even though I had a girlfriend at the time named Blackie, Rue is my ex-girlfriend, Oyu is my friend, and Beer is Oyu's girlfriend, right? So me and Beer, we get cool because we like, why is they cool? Why is they cool? Because all you used to couldn't understand why Bear couldn't understand so many names. Bear couldn't understand why Oyu and Rue always hanging together, just like I could understand. Like, girl, why is my ex-girlfriend hanging with my friend? Like, what is they doing? Like, that's weird as fuck. Like, why she always at your house? I'm talking about at this girl house every single day. Just didn't make no fucking sense. When Bear wasn't there, when Bear was there, Rue is always at Oyu house. So I'm like, okay, oh, all right. So y'all want to be so cool, right? So me and Bear like, oh, since they want to be cool, all right, what's up, friend? So me and Bear, now we besties, okay? Y'all want to be besties? Y'all want to hang out? Or y'all want to hang out together without us? Okay, so me and Bear is about to hang together without y'all. So that's basically how that went. So me and Bear, for some way, somehow, me and Bear just got cool as hell because we was both mad at the same situation, confused. So next thing you know, me and Bear, we had the same thoughts. We talk about them like, yeah, fuck they hanging out like this, the fuck they doing, they fucking or whatever. So Bear used to be saying like, or you and Rue is fucking or whatever. I mean, it's, having sexual intercourse. So I should be like, wow. So it was like, wow, really? Like, oh, okay. Hmm. Okay, so it didn't make sense to me anyway why they was hanging together. So that's the only thing I could think because Oyu was a nasty thing. So Oyu, like, you can't put nothing past Oyu because Oyu was real nasty. So I'm like, oh well, I wouldn't put it past her. So I'm like, okay, it wasn't like too far fetched to believe. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I didn't look at Bear like that. Like, she wasn't my type. Like, I didn't like her like that. But it was just like a spiteful hangout, like a spiteful friendship that we created from being mad that her girlfriend and my ex is hanging out. So we just basically created a friendship. So now we start hanging out. We like, we besties. We besties now, y'all. We hanging out every day. Like, I don't even know how we start linking up, but I know we just start hanging out every single day. And then Oyu and I guess Bear and Oyu used to always get into it. They used to always get into a fight. Like, so they last fight, like, I think Bear tried to hit Oyu with or bat or vice versa. But anyway, they had broke up. So they wasn't together. But by this time, me and Bear is cool. We still hanging out because Oyu and Rue is always hanging out. So we like, okay, we chilling. So now it's like you hanging with my ex, I'm hanging with your ex. So that's what it turned into. Like you hanging with my ex, I'm hanging with your ex type of thing. So then now me and Bear, we out here partying, clubbing. Now mind you, I had a girlfriend, Blackie, that's at home. She was a hoe anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. That hoe was always at home. She was at home or outside somewhere. But me and Bear, we was out here, like we was hanging out, going out to clubs, parties, out to eat, stuff like that. We was just chilling. We just really became cool because she was like a cool ass hoe, like cool ass bitch or whatever. So we started hanging out, and okay, so now Blackie, she getting irritated. Blackie is getting irritated. Like, why are you always hanging with this girl? Like, cause Bear used to be FaceTiming me all the time, calling me all the time. Like, you ready? Like, we was going out every night. At this point, it just became redundant, like repetitive. Like, we going out every single night. So now Blackie is getting frustrated. Like, why the fuck is you always hanging with her? Now, at this time, me and Blackie is like, like that beginning of the end stage of the relationship where you like not even really beat for the person that you in. You just like don't give a fuck what they talking about. So you like, whatever, whatever. See you when I see you. Deuces. Like, so me and Bear, we out here. So now Bear, we always used to be taking Bear car because my truck, I had a truck, Bear had a car. My truck had broke down, so now we always in Bear car. So Bear used to be letting me hold her car, stuff like that. Um, so what happened? So I used to be having Bear car sometime, whatever. So Black used to be going off like, dang, you hold her car, you ride her car, like, what you messing with or something? I'm like, ew, like, she wasn't even my type. I just be like, whatever, nah, we cool. Like, that's my sus. Like, what are you talking about? That's my sus. That's my sus. Like, we out here. Like, you mad? Like, you want to come? No, you can't, but we out here. I didn't give a fuck how Blackie felt. Because, bitch, she was a cheater anyway. Fucking stay breaking my fucking, fuck that bitch anyway. One night, long story short, like that, just to put it all in perspective. Okay, so one night me and my best friend was at at my house, because you know I had my own apartment. I had my own apartment. Well, I had my own apartment. I always had my own apartment since I was like 19. So I had my own apartment, and like my friends and stuff used to come over there. So one day, me and my friend, we had she don't need no name, but me and her had walked to the, I don't know why I keep looking up. Let me look at y'all. So me and my friend, we walked to the store. I didn't have beer card this night. See, this is why I need a car. This is why I don't go outside without a car, because I need to see how stuff happen when you don't have a car. So I walked, me and my friend, we walked to the store. The store was like, I want to say like 8 blocks up, like 8, 9 blocks up from my house, from my building where I was living at the time. Okay, so me and my friend, we about to go in the store. So some dude was just being mad, rude, just real nasty, like, and he tried to talk to us. So you know how dudes get when they get rejected, so they want to get violent. So he had smacked me and all that. Like he was like running up, like so angry to the point that I was ignoring him. This man was like trying to smack me. Like first he threatened me like, "I'll smack the shit out you." Da da da. So somebody started holding him back. So it gave very much in my mind. I got smacked. In my head, he smacked me, because if this person wasn't standing in front of you, you would have smacked me. So it gave very much he smacked me. So in my mind, he smacked me. So now he has to go. You feel me? Like it's no way around it. He has to go. You threatened me, you violated me. If this person didn't block you, you would have smacked me, right? Right or wrong. If this man wasn't standing in front of me, then I would have been smacked, right? So even though I didn't get smacked, in my mind, I got smacked. So what I do is I walk back home, me and my friend. I tell her, stay here, stay in my house. Now, mind you, y'all, this is like September. It was warm. It was warm. It was still warm outside, because when I first walked to the store, I had like a hoodie, a hoodie belly shirt on. And I believe, I'm not mistaken, it was like September. Because you know, it still be like warm in September. You know, when school started, it still be like warm in September or whatever. So yeah, it was September. It was still warm outside. But so when I go in the house, I tell a friend, like, stay in the house, like, I'll be back or whatever. So I get the hammer, y'all. I get the hammer. I put on a black sweatsuit. Mind you, y'all, it's like 80 degrees outside. I put on a black sweatsuit. I put some black sweatpants on. I put a black hoodie on. And and I got some, you know, them hospital gloves, like the blue ones, bright ass blue hospital gloves. No, I don't know why, y'all. I don't know why I got the blue hospital gloves. Mad suspect, my dumb ass. So I get suited and booted. I put the sweatsuit on. I put everything on. So I get the hammer, put it on me. Now mind you, I think I had jeans on under it. But I don't know. But I know the sweatpants was big. But I had the hammer on my head or whatever. So I had the sweatpants. So I walked all the way back up the hill. I walked all the way back up by the store. Because mind you, I told the boy, like, yeah, I'm coming back. So be here when I get back. You know, be here or be square. So I walked up. I come up the hill. Now I didn't come from the front way, the original ave that I came up, but I came up on the next block over. I came up that avenue. So I'm coming in. The block that I'm coming in is a one way. So I'm coming out. So I'm coming down the one way. Now the block is going this way. Now the store is like over here on the ave, but I'm coming this way. So while I'm coming this way, I see the boy. He walking towards me. So I pull the hammer out. At this exact moment, the police, it was like a cop car, because in that area is a bad area. So the police is always like circling the block or whatever. So they always circling the block. So the moment I pulled the hammer out on the guy, he see it and he takes off and run. So I see the police car. So now I'm going back this way, but I still got the gloves on, y'all. So I put the hammer back in. I start walking back this way real fast. Real fast. I start walking back this way. Wait, before I get there, I do want to add, after the boy ran and I saw the cop car, the cop, mind you, the cop car went around once, but the cop car was coming back around, because it rolled past one time, but I knew it was going to come back around. But before the cop car came back around the corner, I seen someone that I knew in a car, but she had her daughter in the car. So when I get inside the vehicle, I'm looking all crazy because I got the hoodie and everything on. She ain't really know that. I could really just say, I could have just said nothing and just let her just take me. I could have just acted normal and just told her to like drop me off home. But I was like, I showed her the. I was just nervous because I saw the cop car and I just was like, yo, could you drop me off real quick? And I showed her the hammer. So when she saw the hammer, she like, nah, like I got my daughter in the car or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? I just got out the car. So I got out the car and now I'm walking back that way, the way that I came. So now the cop car comes around. So my dumb ass, I'm trying to take off. I don't know why the fuck I still had the gloves on. Because that's why she like, why you got gloves? I think that's why I showed her the gun. Because she like, why you got gloves and shit on? I'm like, whatever. But when I'm walking back, I'm trying to throw the gloves, y'all. I take the gloves off. I throw the gloves. The cops, I don't know if the boy told on me. I think now that I think about it, maybe the boy, cause why? I don't even know, cause they said I looked the suspect. That's why they stopped me. But I'm thinking probably the boy probably told on me like, yo, go get her. She just pulled the strap out on me or whatever. So, as I'm walking back, the police they grabbed they pull over they pull over whoop whoop. So I'm like shit. So something told me like, damn, throw the gun in the alleyway. But before I could grab the gun falls down my leg. Because I think I had some jeans on and sweatpants. And I know the gun fell down like in between my jeans and my sweatpants. So it fell. So when the cops, they jump out, they come right to me like, turn around, put your hands up. Come here, let me check you. And I'm like, what? Check me for what? What? Like, what y'all, what y'all want? They like, them your gloves? You just took them gloves? I guess they saw me, like they saw me through the gloves. I don't know. But they picked up the gloves like, these your gloves? Or I think I still had one on and I threw one off. It was something like this, something stupid shit. Like, I think one of the gloves was on the ground. Like, I ain't have enough time to take the other one off or some shit. I don't fucking know, y'all. I was nervous. I should have just cut through one of the houses and hopped the fence or something. That's what the fuck I should have did. Like, damn, couldn't even, damn, when it's tough. But anyway, so they like, yeah, you look suspicious or whatever. So we gonna have to check you. So at first, now mind you, these male cops, they ain't even supposed to be checking me in the first place. First of all, y'all ain't even supposed to be putting your hands on me. Y'all ain't even supposed to be checking me. It was two male cops. They checking me, right? He checking around. He patting around my hips and stuff. So when he goes to pat down my leg, he jump back like, oh, she got a weapon. She got a weapon. He feels the gun on my leg, all the way down my leg, down by my damn shit was falling all down, all the way down by my damn shin. Gun all the way down there. So he like, cause he pat me down crazy. So he feel a gun. He goes crazy. Oh, she got a gun. She got a gun. Blah blah blah. So I'm like, fuck. So they like who? So they like who got him? Like it ain't mine. Fuck, it ain't mine. It ain't mine. They like where you get it from? I'm like a boy. He gave it to me. I was on my way walking up here. He told me to hold it and some shit. I don't know. I don't know what I told him. I told him like it ain't mine. Or some boy had gave it to me to hold or some shit, some stupid ass shit. I said I don't fucking remember. But anyway, they took me to the precinct. And I'm like fuck. So I'm like fuck. So my stupid ass go to jail. Mind you, I already have an open charge. I have an open charge when I caught this gun charge, but I didn't get sentenced yet for my open charge. So, long story short, I got bailed out. I got bailed out for that case. So now, okay, so I think like a couple of months went by. So, I got bailed out. Oh yeah, somebody. Yeah, I got bailed out. So I come home. Me and Bear, we still cool. Now we really going out. Like Bear, like, oh, we really got. You know what I'm saying? Like we out here. So me and Bear, we riding around, we partying, whatever. Now, we still cool or whatever. We still cool. Me and Bear, we hanging out. Now, a month later, I want to say like a month later, the police come, the SWAT team, not just the SWAT team come, banging on the door. Now, mind you, I told y'all this was the beginning of the end of the relationship. I'll never forget this day because it was Christmas. It was actually Christmas Eve because the Christmas tree was up. Mad presents under the Christmas tree. No, not Christmas Eve. It had to be like a week. It had to be like a week before Christmas because I remember asking the officers like, how long am I gonna be going? Am I gonna be home before Christmas? So now the SWAT team come. Now, I told y'all this was the beginning of the end of the relationship. So I'm sleeping on the couch. Now, by this time, I'm cool. Me and Rue, like, we don't speak because I'm over Rue because Rue been hanging out with Oyu. Me and Bear, we still cool. Me and Blackie are at the beginning of the end of our relationship. So we're not really speaking like that. I'm literally sleeping on the couch. The police come. Okay, so yeah, this the time that I go down because now the police come. They come do with the SWAT team. They got the big thing, but they banging on the door real hard. I'm right in the living room. They banging on. I just hear banging on the door. So I just open the door like, oh, what's going on? Oh, hi, what's happening? So they like, what's your name? So I say my name. They like, you under arrest? Turn around. I'm like, for what? What did I do? So they basically stating that I was a felon who caught a gun charge. They were saying like, they would basically it was like some type of something where you can't be if you catch a gun charge while you're a felon, then that's an extra charge or some junk like that. Now mind you, I'm out on bail, so they saying like, oh, I wasn't even supposed to be bailed out because I'm a felon who caught another gun charge or whatever, so they taking me back in or whatever. Now pay attention, guys. So when they come and pick me up for the warrant that I got from being a felon and catching a gun charge while I'm a felon, guess what happens? They find another hammer. Yes, guys, another hammer in the house. So when they coming to pick me up so basically they come to our house to pick me up for the last hammer I got charged with. So while they're picking me up, they find another. Why they searching the house? I don't even know what they searching the house for. I guess they like, oh, she got a gun charge or whatever. So let's just see if she got any more. So they look around, they find one more. Y'all. So what's her name? Blackie. She's in the room sleep. He like, anybody else in the house? So I'm like, yeah, my girlfriend or whatever. So they go back there, get her, they bring her from out in the back or whatever. They like, who gun is this? Blackie gonna say, not mine. Now, I don't know if it's just like a male-female thing, like, okay, if the male and the female get caught with a gun, you know, the male be like, okay, I'm gonna take the charge. Like, it'd be his shit 9 times out of 10 anyway, so of course. But with 2 females, Blackie gonna talk about some, it ain't hers. But at the end of the day, technically the gun, well, not technically, factually, the gun belongs to Blackie. That's Blackie gun. What do you mean it's not yours? So we both standing in handcuffs back to back. So they like, who the gun? I'm like, it ain't mine. Blackie talking about it ain't mine. I'm like, it ain't mine. Blackie like, it ain't mine. I'm like, yo, what the wait, what? Oh, wait a minute. So they already came to get me for a thing, and you trying to get me another charge with another thing? Like, damn, bitch, like, what the fuck? Like, damn, I know we over, but at the end, but damn, you want me to go down for 2 things? I'm like, wow. So they like, fuck it, they gotta take both of us. Child. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what else the cops took. I ain't gonna tell y'all what else they took. They took Blackie thing, her other strap, not the bang bang strap, but they gonna take Blackie other strap. And I heard the cop laugh, and they had it. I don't know why they had it. She used to always like just wear it all the time, but so I don't know if they got it off of her body. I don't know why she had it because I wasn't even in the room, or maybe they found it when they was searching, or they found it. But I just know when we got in the lobby, they had it. So they had that strap and that strap. They had 2 straps, 2 different straps. So that's probably what they was laughing. They probably was saying, oh, we got to find a strap and another strap. I don't know. That's probably why they was laughing, but I don't know. But anyway, so me and Blackie, we go to the precinct or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So they question us. They trying to, so me, I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, like, I'm locked up. Like, don't ask me no questions. What are y'all going to do? Like, I'm sleepy. Like, process me so I can get to going. Like, it's no point in me talking. What are we talking about? What are you asking me questions for? We ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm like, it's nothing. If I say anything to y'all, it's not going to help my case. So what are we talking about? I'm not talking to y'all. I don't have to talk to y'all. Like, what are you talking about? It's not going to help me. Motherfucker, I already got a charge. Like, what y'all going to do for me? What? I could have easily, and they were trying to, like, turned Blackie, like, I don't know how true it was, but they was basically coming in the room telling me Blackie is saying it's mine. So they was like, if you tell us whose it is, then you won't, like, basically, you know how they try to manipulate you or whatever. So I'm just like, I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, it's not mine. I'm not going to say whose it is, but it's not mine. And that's all I'm going to say. Like, it's not mine. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's not mine. And then it's cold as hell in this room. So could we wrap this up and process me and take me to my quarantine and get me to my room so I can get my plate? Like, let's go. Like, can we speed this process up? Because I don't want to be sitting in here in this interrogation room for hours wasting my time on y'all. So it's not mine. I'm already going to jail, so it's no point in me talking to y'all. Y'all can't help me. So anyway, shall we proceed? Now, now me and Blackie, we're in jail. So now we're both in jail. Me and Blackie, we're in jail. Now, I met Bay. This is where I met Bay at. You want it now? Hey, Bay. So me and Bay we met, you know, Bay was like a chef in here, so she make the food and stuff. So she'd be hooking me up with tacos and stuff or whatever. We used to be, well, we wasn't even, I wouldn't even say we was flirting, but I used to be looking at her like, damn, she look good. So I did used to be looking at her thinking like, damn, she look mad good. Like, because we used to be playing cards, because Bay had a girlfriend in there too. Bay had a jail girlfriend in there too. So me and Blackie and Bay and her girlfriend, we used to be playing cards and stuff together. So I low-key like the Bay anyway. So okay, so we got Bay, we got Beer, we got Blackie, we got Rue, we got Oyu. Y'all keeping up, so keep up with the names, y'all. The night that they picked, the night that the cops had came, I had Beer car too that night. So Beer had to go to work in the morning, so I forgot. Anyway, the news got to Beer, so Beer knew I got locked up or whatever. So, you know, that was my dog, and Beer had a good job. Beer had money, but that was my dog, that was my sis or whatever. So me and Blackie, we locked up. Bay in there, I meet Bay, we all in there chilling, we in the jail, whatever. Me and Blackie, we was roommates and everything, like, we got the same room. We had got somebody to switch out their room. Because originally I had this girl roommate, but we had got her to switch out, so me and Blackie, you know, we could be in the same room and everything. Me and Blackie, we had a fight, like, I don't know, we was fighting, but I just tore up the room. Like, she did something, because Blackie was a hoe. Blackie was a whore. I don't know if Blackie had got, like, was, like, on the phone calling somebody else, like, calling another female while we both was locked up, but I had found out something, so I had tore the whole jail cell room up and shit, trashed that shit, and I told the COs, like, I don't want to be in a room with her, so move me to another room. So, oh my God, oh my God, they done put me in a room with this fucking old lady. But anyway, long story short, like, this lady was lame. I was so mad that I fucking got switched to this lady room. But I wasn't in there long. 2 days later, the COs come and get me and they tell me I'm being transferred out to a whole nother county. So, I get, it was like a county for felons or whatever. So Blackie stayed back at that county, and I got transferred out to another county or whatever. So now Bear is putting money on the phone. So Bear putting money on the phone. So now Blackie's locked up. Bear is home. So Bear is like, so now mind you, don't forget y'all, I had my own apartment. So my bills still gotta get paid. My son still gotta get taken care of. Shit still gotta go on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So Bear started putting money on the phone. So me and Bear started putting money on the phone. Bear was putting, because I'm in a whole nother county now. Because I was good when I was at that original county. You know, Bay and Blackie was taking care of me, like the commissary and all that. Like, they was holding that stuff down. So when I went to the other county, now me and Bear, because I'm just out there, I'm by myself now. So Bear put money on the phone. So Bear kept money on the phone all the time. Bear always had money on the phone. Had money on the commissary, kept the books full. So now me and Bear is starting to, like, fake connect, I guess, because I'm in jail. You know that jailhouse feeling where you fake fall in love with anybody, like, literally, like, don't ever fall in love with nobody in jail, because I promise you that shit is bullshit. Like, you literally feel anything. Like, the jail cell walls will give you feelings to feel it for somebody that you would never even feel if you was out on the street. So Bear is the only person I'm talking to now because Bear put money on the books or whatever. And I think Bear low key liked me anyway, but I wasn't looking at her like that, so I didn't think nothing of it. I just thought like we was besties hanging out. So Bear, me and Bear, we talking on the phone all the time. I'm calling her all day, every day. She putting hella money on the phone, hella money on my books. I'm buying commissary, everything. I'm good. I'm straight out there. So I come. So now me and Bear now. So Bear is basically paying all my bills and making sure I don't lose my apartment, paying my rent, my light bill, all that, everything that needed to be paid. Bear taking care of it because we was cool or because she liked me, but Bear was taking care of this shit. Bear was because of Bear, I didn't lose my apartment. You know, because my mother had my son, but you know, my mother couldn't pay my bills and her bills or whatever. So at first, Bear had a good job, so Bear was paying her rent and Bear was paying my rent. So I was locked up for 7 months, 7 to 8 months. So after a few months, Bear like she can't handle both of the bills. So do I mind if she just move in my apartment and then just take care of my apartment or whatever? So by this time, I think we all like fake connecting on the phone. So I'm like, okay, you know, cool. Like she's paying all my bills. Well, she Bear moves in my crib, so she's at my crib. So now I come home. I come home because I got released. I got released. So they had to let me go. They had to let me go because technically they locked me up because they were saying I was a felon when I caught the gun charge, but technically I wasn't a felon because I wasn't sentenced yet. So I beat that charge because they were stating I was a felon when I caught the gun charge, but I wasn't a felon. Like say if I caught the gun charge on a Monday, I didn't get sentenced to Thursday. So I wasn't a felon Monday, I wasn't a felon to Thursday or Friday, so on. So that's how I beat my case and I came home like 8 months later. So now I come home, y'all. So guess what? I'm stuck with Bear because Bear lives in my house. So now I'm home, so I'm like, you know, jail feelings and reality, real life outside feelings is two different feelings. So I'm quickly starting to realize, ill, I do not like Bear. Like, but what the fuck? Like, I'm stuck. I'm literally stuck with Bear. The girl paid. She held me down basically the whole entire incarceration, and then she pays all my bills, and she's the reason I didn't lose my apartment. So she's living with me now. So now I'm with her by default. By default, we're together by default. So now I'm like, ill, like we didn't even have sex. I think she like ate it like once or twice, but ill, like we was like still just like cool. But she just was living with me, so it's like, you know, if you live with somebody, you bound around somebody all the time. So it's like, I guess. So now Blackie came home, but when Blackie came home, only way she was able to come home was on house arrest, and only person who house she can get released to was her aunt house, and her aunt lived in another state. So her aunt lived in another state, so she basically had to get, you know, transported to another state when she came home. So now me and Bear, I guess, together or whatever. So now Oyu and Rue, now they popping up trying to figure out what's going on, like why we together or whatever. So now we not even speaking to Oyu and Rue no more, because how we explaining this, like why we together? But even though they ain't even had, why they together? But anyway, we didn't care. Anyway, I didn't even fucking like this girl, y'all. I didn't even fucking like this girl. It was just by default, because you know you can't just, what I'm supposed to do, come home and say get the fuck out, like what the fuck y'all wanted me to do. But anyway, my sis. So she's a dancer. So I used to go out all the time with her. We just gonna call her sis. So me and sis used to go out all the time. So now me and sis, we're at the strip club. They was having a big party this night. It was a huge event. The promoters threw a party. My cousin, he was like a big promoter, and little to my surprise, Bay was a part of their crew or whatever. So it was so they threw parties at the strip club basically. So I'm at the bar, you know, the strippers buying me drinks. I'm chilling at the bar, whatever. The crew, the promoter crew. I forgot the name. I forgot what was the name of Bay and them squad they had or whatever. But they threw parties at strip clubs. So my sister was a dancer, so I was always at the strip club. So Bay, I know her from the jail. She used to be in the kitchen making me the best tacos. She used to be, I don't know what happened. I'm just thinking about like how she could be a chef in jail, but she come home and act like she don't know how to make nothing. I'm just thinking about this 10 years later at this exact moment. I'm thinking, how this lady was the best cook in jail, but come home and she act like she don't know how to do nothing. So now Bae, she's in the club, but she's like hot, like she's flirting with me, but I'm confused. Like, is she flirting with me? Like, so I go to the bathroom, I come back out, like I see her, I just keep seeing her. So she keep trying to get my attention. So she like, come here. So I'm like, hold up. So I'm going to the bathroom because I'm like nervous, like, is she flirting with me or is she being cool? Like, cause last time I see her, we both in jail with our girlfriends, just diddy bopping. So I guess we was low key feeling the same way about each other, obviously. So she come home, she flirted with me and stuff like that in the club. So we exchanged we exchanged numbers. So me and her, we're texting now. So I'm with Bear now. So me and Bear, we kind of like now me and her are like, cause I told you I never even really liked her, and I don't even know how long this lasted. I can't even remember, but like I said, I didn't like Bear from the beginning. So me and Bear quickly start, you know, like somehow, some way, I got her to get up out of my house because by this time, Bear stuff wasn't at my house. Bear stuff wasn't at my house. Or this is the time Bear was slowly starting to move her stuff. She moved back in with her mom. Like she had a room at her mom's house. And before this, I crashed Bear car because I used to, we only had one car, so I used to take her to work in the morning. And I don't even think I was working because this is when I came home. Because I was working before I got locked up, but when I came home, I wasn't working. So I guess I used to just want the car all day. I guess I just wanted the car. So I used to drop her off at work, and then I had the car. So one particular day, I was late going to get her from work, and it was like some type of construction going on, but they didn't have cones out, and they had some long metal thing in the middle of the street, and I crashed into it and totaled out the car that me and Bear was sharing, Bear car or whatever. So now I'm like, we might as well get, if we gonna get another car, we might as well get a good car, because we be out here, we be still, out here and there, whatever. So I'm like, we might as well get a good car. So we went and financed the car. I can't even think. I can't even remember the car, but it was nice. The car payment was $400 and the insurance was $400. So I'm like, $800 a month? And only Bear's working. She making good money, but by this time, Bear is giving me she give me all her money, all her check. Like, this girl was an alcoholic. Like, this lady was a severe alcoholic, like one of those blackout alcoholics type of people, like that get drunk and black out, like get drunk, do something completely insane, and then don't even remember what happened the next day. Bear was that type of alcoholic. Bear was like, that's why we used to stay out in the club, and Bear used to. So I'm used to seeing how Bear get drunk, but it's a different drunk from when it's your friend, and then it's your fake whatever it was. It Bear, all right, so we get the car. The payment's $800 a month, so I'm like, nah, that's too much. Like, one bill, $800, man. So Bear already, all Bear needed was a pack of cigarettes and a pack of beer, and Bear gave me her whole paycheck. So Bear got paid every 2 weeks, but one of the whole paychecks was basically going to the car because the car was $800. I'm like, wait, this is too much of my money. I know you work for it, but this is too much of my money going towards this car just to be driving it. So I'm like, this too much. This insurance, why are we paying $400 for insurance? Like, so Bear like, all right, I'm gonna get my mother. I don't know if we had to put the car in Bear mother name or it was just under her insurance, but some type of way that her mother got tied up to the car because it was under her insurance. So now it was like, oh, basically Bear mother like, Bear better be the only one driving it because she's the only one under her insurance or whatever. So now it was like she always worrying about the car, even though we paying the car note, but it was under her insurance. So it was cheaper or whatever. So now I'm like, I'm ready to rid the whole situation now because I'm already over Bear at this time. And now I'm trying to, now me and Bae, we done connected because me and Bae exchanged numbers that night. So now we texting and stuff. So I'm already starting to feel Bay, and this is the beginning of the end of me and Bear relationship. So I'm just like, whatever. I don't even care about this car no more. Like, and then it's like I can't even. Now I'm at the point where I want to go out by myself. Like I want to just be out with my sister at the strip club. And now I'm trying to meet up because Bay was a promoter, so Bay used to be having events all the time and inviting me. So now I'm trying to get out and go to the events with. I'm trying to go see what Baby like. I'm trying to go out to the club and link up with Bay. Now I'm over Bear. Like, no, we're not clubbing. We're not party buddies. We're not nothing no more. Like, girl, give me the car. I'm gonna have the car this night, and you go. So I guess she started getting suspicious and like figuring out like I must be talking to somebody else. So now all her stuff is out my house. So now Bear, all her clothes and everything is out my house. But we still had this car in common, so we still basically had to deal with each other because at the end I need a car. I can't have not have a car. So I'm basically just dealing with her for the car. They had a party in the city, but um it was another event that my sister, an all black affair that my sister invited me to. So I'm like, I wanted to go to the city to Bay event, but so I'm like, fuck it, I might as well just go to the all black affair because I know she gonna want to go with me there. We go to the all black affair. We go there. We party and having a good old time. I'm hanging with my sisters. I'm ignoring Bear. Bear over on the side, getting drunk, drinking beer, liquor, throwing it off. Now it's time to leave. It's time to leave the party, y'all. It's time to go. So now I'm driving home. So when I'm on my way home and I'm getting close to the house, I'm looking for my house keys. So I'm like, where's my house keys at? I'm looking everywhere for my house keys all around the car. Bear is slumped over, drunk, passed out in the passenger side. Now me, I don't mind my friends being drunk out, passed out, cause it's done been times where I done went out with my good girlfriends, about 6 of us, 2 cars, and I done drove them home. I done drove both cars home with all 5 or 6 of my friends passed out in the car. But I had to get home. I had to get us safe. I done literally drove 2 cars. Like I would literally drive up, get out, go in another car, drive up, and I did this from one city to another, like 20, 25 minutes away. I did this. Drove up, got out of the car, drove the other one. They was passed out. I didn't even mind. I was drunk myself, but I didn't mind. But this thing, Bear, it's just me and her. She's passed out drunk. I'm just disgusted, like, cause I've been over her. So we on our way. So guess who I get a text from? Bay. Bay texting me. So I'm like, I'm feeling Bay. Now you know you have some butterflies and you meet somebody new and you just like them so much, so you don't care about nothing. Like, she's texting me. Oh, Bear over here passed out or whatever. Yeah, I couldn't find my keys. So I called my sister because I think I dropped my sister off because I went back to my sister's house. I'm thinking my sister was drunk. So I think I had walked her upstairs. Like I think I walked her upstairs or something to her apartment. So I thought maybe I left my keys there when I walked up to her apartment. So I drove all the way back to another town where my sister lived at. Goes up to her house, my keys is nowhere to be found. I drive all the way back home. So now, while I'm on my way almost home again, I'm still looking for the keys. I'm like, they gotta be in this car. Like, they gotta be in the car somewhere. So my sister called me because she checking like to see if I found the keys, the house keys. So I'm like, no, I didn't find them. But I'm like, anyway, but I'm like, Bay texting me or whatever. I'm like, oh, I like her. I want to see her. I want to go see her tonight. Like, I was trying to link up with her tonight. So my sister on the phone like, ain't Bear in the car with you? I'm like, yeah. She like, oh my God. She like, what is she? I'm like, she passed out. She drunk, passed out, whatever. I don't give a fuck about her. She passed out drunk. So she like, my sister's like, what if she could hear you? She like, yo, chill. Stop talking like you talking. Cause I'm popping my shit. I'm like, yeah. I can't wait to link up with Bay. Like she keep texting me. I'm about to call her. Like, my sister's like, no, don't call, don't go. You gonna call her while you in the car? So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to call. I'm like, this drunk ass bitch. She fucking sleep. She ain't no fucking the fuck. She, so it's just like, she like, I'm about to hang up because you just talking. You just talking about this girl in the car. She probably can hear you. She probably can hear you. So I'm like, I don't even care. I hangs up with sis. I'm texting Bay. Y'all. 2 seconds later. 2 seconds later, Bear wakes up, banging the dashboard. Oh my god, this story is so long, y'all. Let me hurry up because my camera about to die. Alright, so where did I stop? Where was I at? Okay, so Bear woke up banging on the dashboard, banging, going crazy. Like, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, going crazy. She popping mad, talking hella smack. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, whatever. Girl, you ain't gonna do nothing. Anyway, so we are like, by this time we're like 4 minutes away from my building. So I told y'all all Bear stuff is not there no more. Only thing that we have in common is the car. And at this point, I'm like, I don't want the car anymore. I said you could just take the car and go. Like, I'm not explaining myself because I don't care. Like, I don't want to be with you and nothing like that. So I don't really care what you're talking about. Like, so I'm like, you're not coming up my stairs. I'm like, you're not coming upstairs. So just take the car and leave. So I'm about to drop myself off. So now we getting closer and closer. I pulled up in front of my building. Now I double park because I'll tell this lady, you're not coming to my apartment. You need to go home, back to your mother house. Take the car. You can have it. I don't want the car no more. I don't want nothing to do with the car. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. 1000%. They have a car. I'm good. Either way, like I can't go without a car. So either way, I'm gonna get another car. So hands down, a car. I don't need this car. So you can go. So I'm telling this lady to go. Go about your business. I don't want nothing to do with you. Take the car. Leave. Y'all, I pull up in front of the building. I double parks. So as I'm grabbing my items, Bear gets out, run around the car, sits on top of me, throw the car in reverse, slam her foot on the gas. Now, at this point, I just black out because I don't remember, like, I just remember her throwing the car in reverse, slamming on the gas. So the car backs up, I blacks out, I wakes up on the ground. So I wake up on the ground, I can't move. So you know how scary it is to wake up and you cannot move? Because I literally blacked out, I woke up. I look to the right, I see the car. The door is hanging, the door is on the ground. The car door is on the ground because it's like a pole in front of my building. So now the door was still open because, like I said, I was about to get out the car. She came around, sat on top of me, threw the car in reverse, slammed her foot on the gas, so the car went in reverse and went up on a curve, backed all the way up. So I guess while the car is backing up, the door is open. So we flew out the car. The car went up on the sidewalk. The door got smacked off by the pole. So I can't move. I'm on the ground. I can't move. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is wrong with me? So I'm panicking. So it's a crackhead just outside, just a crackhead outside. So I'm like, call the ambulance, call the ambulance. So I tell the crackhead to go in my car and get my cell phone and call the ambulance. The crackhead, so I tell her to, after she do that, she like, yeah, I call them, they on their way. So I'm like, oh, and it's some weed, because we had weed in the car. So I'm like, get the weed, or take it with you. So, you know, she was ecstatic about that. So she like, yeah. So she get the weed, she give me my phone. She done called the ambulance already, she get my phone. So we both land on the ground. So while we land on the ground, this thing over here, I looks over to this thing, and I just see like little, I don't know if she was screaming it or if I seen it, but I think she was like, my toes, my toes. I look on the ground, y'all, this lady toes was chopped off. They were on the ground. All her toes, I'm not even lying, I'm not even exaggerating. This lady toes was on the ground. Her toes was, no, I said her toes was on the ground. Okay? So while her toes on the ground, this alcoholic lady, she still got enough sense to say, oh, tell the police you was driving. Tell the police, when the cops get here, tell them you was driving. So I guess she don't want everybody to know that she tried to kill me, that she sat on top of me and slammed the car in reverse and slammed on the gas. So I guess she didn't want them to know that part. So I'm just looking at this crazy psycho. So I'm like, whatever. So while the ambulance asked me what happened, but I'm just like, I don't even remember. I don't even remember what happened. I just know the car, I don't fucking know, because I must have lied. That's why I don't remember. So I don't know what I told the cops. So anyway, they take us to the hospital. We both go to the hospital, and I was basically released, even though I had 4 broken ribs. Oh, so while we okay, so before the ambulance picked me up, I looked down on the side. I had my whole side of my leg was scraped off. So all you saw was like the white meat. All you saw was the white meat. My whole side of my leg is scraped off. I can't move. Her toes on the ground and whatever going on with her. So let me show y'all. Let me see my scar. This the scar. So I never thought it'd look this normal from that time that I seen it in. I never thought it'd be that my leg would be the same. But anyway, my whole side of my leg scraped off. So what happened was when she put the car in reverse and the door was still open, we both flew out the car, but the tire grazed us. The tire grazed my leg, but the tire rolled over her toes. So that's why her toes was off and my leg was grazed from the tire and us being thrown out the car from the force of her throwing it in reverse and it going backwards. So we both go to the hospital. I have 4 broken ribs and my leg scraped up, so I'm done up. So they kicked me out the next morning. Now, mind you, I was out. I don't know if I didn't have insurance or what the case was, but I was out of that hospital the next morning. So I called my sister. My sister came and got me from the hospital. They gave me crutches, and I think I still had like my gown on because they had to cut my clothes off of me. So me and my sister pull up in front of the building, y'all. I'm getting out the car with my crutches, all in pain. Look on the ground, and guess what we see? The toes still on the ground. So me, being the kind, lovable, hearted person that I am, I want to save the lady toes. After the lady just tried to murder me, I'm trying to help save her toes. Because I'm thinking maybe, okay, they could sew them back on. Like, I don't know the span time at this time, like, how long, like, they instantly have to be put on ice or how long, because they was on the ground all night, rotting, like, whatever they was doing, they was on the ground, probably little mice, bugs and shit chewing on them, I don't know. But I see them still on the ground, so the toes still on the ground that morning. So it was like a little cigarette box, so that was just like right up her alley. So it was like a cigarette box just so happened to be on the ground. So I'm like, let's save her toes, y'all. So me and my sister, and they laughing, because it was my sister and her friend. So they laughing, so I'm like, no, for real, get her toes. So I think we got like a stick, in a cigarette box, and we like push the toes in the box. So I take them upstairs, I put them in the freezer. Trying to save the lady's toes, y'all. Trying to save the lady's toes so she can get her toes sewed back on after she tried to take my life. Who the good person though? Who is? But since I'm always protected by the divine, you know, nothing, no body parts or anything came off. So no, and I didn't feel anything, but when I couldn't move in the ribs, but it could have been way worse. So, but you know, I had to learn my lesson too by just even put myself in this situation. So, okay, so I put the toes in the freezer. So next thing you know, I'm home. You know, I'm on my meds. I'm chilling. I'm in the house in pain, laid back on the bed. I get a phone call from the hospital because she's still in the hospital. I guess she had insurance. They still had her, or maybe because her toes was off, but she was still in the hospital. So, you know, her mother, you see, they got the insurance over there. You see, they got the car insurance. So I'm pretty sure she got the hospital, the medical insurance too. So anyway, they kicked me out the next morning, but Bear was still at the hospital. So Bear called me from the hospital. Now, mind you, only thing that Bear had at my house, we also had shared a tablet, a laptop, and a big screen TV that she had bought for me. So now, or that she bought for me. Did we share? No, she bought it for me because it's mine, whatever. So she called from the hospital not to ask how I'm doing or sorry I tried to kill you. This lady gonna say she want her laptop and her tablet because you know she damn sure wasn't getting the TV, so there wasn't no point in asking for that. So she want her laptop and her. You want your laptop and your tablet after you just tried to murder me? You talking about you want your laptop and your tablet? You want your laptop? You want your tablet after you just try to take my life because I don't want to be with you? Because I told you to go home, take the car, and get away from me? She talking about, so I'm like, you know, me still being a kind-hearted person I am. She like, oh, I'm about to send my friend, this friend don't need a name. She's like, oh, I'm about to send my friend such and such to your house to get my laptop and my tablet. I'm like, whatever. She sends her friend. So me being a kind-hearted person, I said, honey, you can have a tablet, but you ain't getting a laptop. Like, that's out. So I gave her friend a tablet. As soon as her friend left, I took them toes and I threw them bitches down the incinerator. And like 2 days later, Bay came over, because you know me and Bay was already texting before that. Bay came over. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed this long ass story time. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll be back with more story times. Bye.